This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hello, pet parents. This is Michelle Fern, host of Best Bets for Pets. Okay, this is for all of you that have yards and want your pet to be safe. You're going to like this solution. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back. Molly, here's your dinner. Zeus, that's not your food.
Don't let that happen to your precious cat. Elevate your cat's eating experience with the Cat Tree Tray. The Cat Tree Tray keeps your cat's food off the floor and conveniently located on the cat tree. It's the perfect way to eat. It's a beautiful wrought iron tray that easily attaches to your cat tree and keeps dogs and other critters out of your cat's dish. A must for multi-pet households. There's a 6-inch tray for large bowls and a 4-inch tray for smaller bowls. Purchase your Cat Tree Tray today. Go right now to cattreetray.com. That's cattreetray.com. cattreetray.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to introduce Jennifer Smith. She is the marketing manager at Easy Pet Fence. Welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Well, it's great to have you. And we haven't had a lot of fence products on Best Bets for Pets because there's a lot of them use shocking type paraphernalia, to keep your pets safe. But I don't really like that idea. So Easy Pet Fence, why don't you tell everybody who's listening, what is your product about?
EasyPetFence.com offers humane pet fence solutions for pet owners such as you and me that don't like invisible dog fences and don't want to harm our dogs. And we also carry cat fencing as well as poultry fencing as well. These are all do-it-yourself projects on EasyPetFence.com. They are strictly humane opportunities for the pet owner to install for the dog, the cat, or the chicken.
Okay, and there's a lot of uses for fencing, more so than one would think, because you can do, and I actually had this happen. I mean, besides having a small fenced area for a dog run, it was a really good place to host some community cat kittens because it kept them safe from wandering around. So, and like you said, for chickens, I mean, more and more people have chickens, even in the city.
Right. So we offer poly and metal dog, cat, and chicken fences on EasyPetFence.com. We offer them in different sizes and different strengths, so the homeowner can decide what's best for their puppy or their active dog who may be a chewer or a digger. And so we have all these options, but you're absolutely correct. We have our kitty corral cat fencing system on EasyPetFence.com that is not just for cats, but also can be used as a dog fence to keep out cats that may try to harm the dog. And our metal dog fence is great for a chewing dog, but it also is great for raising backyard chickens that also chew their way through the fence line. So this is a reliable fence system on EasyPetFence.com that will not only protect the domestic breed, but it will also protect external wildlife that may try to interact with the dog or cat.
So for everyone listening, I did see some samples and they seem very sturdy. I like the steel one especially because, I don't know, I think my crew is just hardcore to chew through or get destructive and get through anything. But how would I go? I mean, I think of fencing and think, oh, you have to dig through the earth and concrete and the whole bit. How is the process for, someone that wants to install an Easy Pet Fence?
Well, first of all, when you think easy to install, you have to think easypetfence.com. We offer easy instructions. We have video tutorials on our Easy Pet Fence YouTube page, not just video, but we also have written fence instructions that are on easypetfence.com. This can be done without the help of an installer. It can be done over the weekend with a few helping hands. And our dog fence kits and cat fence kits, they come with everything you need, from the fence mesh to the posts, and it will be easy, we promise.
Well, that's good to know, because we're all about pets, but not all of us are very good as far as, doing a lot of home things and so forth. How are the sizes? How do the sizes vary?
We offer poly and metal fence kits anywhere from 4 feet tall to 8 feet tall. So if you're concerned that maybe you have a puppy who will one day be a bigger dog, and that won't be an issue. We have different sizes, whether you have a Chihuahua or a Great Dane, and we are available to help with recommendations should you need one.
Okay, well, that's good to know, too. Now, for people that are listening that are thinking, this would be a really good idea, but my dog jumps, my cat climbs, what are the options for people with those situations?
For an active dog, especially one that chews or digs, easypetfence.com has a few different options in metal dog fencing. That is where we will steer you. You want a metal dog fence that will stop the chewing and stop the digging. These fences, they're PVC coated in a galvanized steel. They will last 30 years in the field. And for our welded wire option, it can even serve as a pool fence. It may meet pool code in several states, and it's important to investigate the coding laws before you purchase welded wire. For a cat, we do offer our kitty corral cat fence on easypetfence.com. This is made from the same poly fence mesh as our dog fencing, but it also has a welded wire base at the bottom that is constructed to stop the cat from digging under the bottom. The cat fence also has a top, so the cat is not going to go anywhere. It is a reliable cat fence system on easypetfence.com.
Well, that's good. I mean, a lot of us that have cats, and, my crew is an indoor crew, but they like to be out on the patio, and they like to be outdoors sometimes on the grass. And I find the idea of just fencing them in is great, because it keeps them away from, wildlife like ducks. We have raccoons that come out every so often, and I don't want them getting into anywhere with the cats. So I could see where, Easy Pet Fence would be very, very, useful. And how mobile is it? Is it stationary once you put it in, or for someone that's maybe renting a home, would they be able to take it with them?
It is easy to install an Easy Pet Fence, and it's also to take it down. You can do it all in one weekend.
So, Jennifer, this sounds great. I'm excited about, getting some fencing. What is the cost range on the fencing?
EasyPetFence.com dog and cat fences vary in prices. For a couple $100, you can install a beautiful and reliable pet fence that will secure the pet. These fences are reliable, and we offer free shipping over $99 throughout the U.S. and Canada.
Well, that's a great perk. It's not very expensive at all. And besides being a humane way to keep your dog safe, it also is it sounds like there's a lot of different options, and it keeps your dog from running away, because a lot of, pet owners want to give their dog the option to run around outside and run free without having either a tie down or anything electronic, but either it's cost prohibitive or they're rent and they don't want to, install, a full on heavy duty major fence. And this is a great option. And I could just see so many, especially so many people have, back doors that open up into traffic areas, where there's a busy street behind them. And a lot of times neighbors or your children, they don't think the dog gets out and boom. I'm sure you have a lot of stories from your customers where they've been saved by Easy Pet Fence, just having it so that their dog is safe. Their dog used to get out. Now the dog is safe. Any stories you can share with us?
It isn't just for security, though. An EasyPetFence.com fence also is helpful for the dog that needs socialization with other animals. And the dogs, they also need exercise. 53% of dogs are obese or overweight in America, and this is a way for the pet owner to prevent cardiovascular diseases in their dogs and other complications like diabetes or arthritis. And so this is just a simple way to help the dog, not just with animal wellness, but overall happiness. And we feel that it starts with EasyPetFence.com.
Of course, there's a lot of different options. A dog fence. I think of it as a dog run when there's a small area that's fenced in next to your house. Even though it's not large, it's still a great place for the dog to exercise, depending on the size of the dog. There's, like you had mentioned, not just for security purposes. There's a wealth of benefits for Easy Pet Fence and for your dog and for your cat. There's a lot of cats that like to be outside too, and they need the exercise as well.
That's right. The cats, they need exercise just as much as the dogs. For chickens, better tasting chicken eggs are because of free roaming chickens. And so if you want better tasting cakes, then this is an easy way to do it by installing a chicken fence from EasyPetFence.com.
Okay, great. So I know we've mentioned it all along, but people can go to EasyPetFence.com and find out more information on the type of fencing they would need. I'm assuming there's contact information if they have questions.
Contact EasyPetFence.com and speak with a representative about your dog breed, your cat, and we'll get you set up. We also have a Facebook page, and you can view our Instagram to see real customer photos of our dog and cat fencing systems on EasyPetFence.com.
Okay, great. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us all about EasyPetFence.com and some great solutions for keeping our dogs and cats fit and our chickens, if you have chickens, and, for security purposes and just, I think, overall well-being for not only pet, but pet parent. Happy pet is a happy pet parent, I would think. So thank you so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets.
Thank you for having me.
What a great show. So for all the pet parents listening, you can always go to Pet Life Radio, go to Best Bets for Pets. And for this show, there'll be a picture, a little bit of information about Easy Pet Fence and a link to the website. Now stay tuned. We're going to come back after this break and we have another great show. We'll be right back.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back, right after we kibble a little with our sponsors.
Hanukkah, the German Shepherd that I rescued, was stinky, skinny, and scrawny, full of skin rashes and scratching. And I started feeding Hanukkah Dinovite, and he became such a happier, itch-free, stink-free dog that I dug deeper into the website.
DINOVITE.com.
What if, in addition to Dinovite, we do the raw beef and the egg diet and see what happens? Forget all these 50-pound bags of formulated, extruded, processed cereal bits that cost a ton of money anyways. This dog's as close to a wolf as you can get. They're carnivores. With just the raw meat and the eggs and the Dinovite and Super Omega on top of it, it just balances out his body and his mind and his spirit. It's unbelievable. Hey, if you're thinking about rescuing a dog, you got to start them out on Dinovite, DINOVITE.com.
859-428-1000. DINOVITE.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay, this is for your dog's health. We always want our pets to be nice and healthy, and this is a great product for that. I'd like to introduce Kristen Chadwick. She is the CEO of Omax Health, Inc. Welcome, Kristen.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, what kind of products does Omax Health make for our canine friends? Maybe, I don't know if they do feline also, but we tested a canine product.
Got it. Well, Omax Health, we are a maker of premium quality, scientific-based omega-3 fish oil supplements. And about a year ago, we actually make the product for humans. And it's been around for about 8 years, very popular. And, in the last couple of years, we started hearing about our customers giving our products to their pets and how they were having these really great benefits. They were feeling better and healthier and becoming much more lively when they were achy and had a lot of the same health conditions that us humans have. And that was really the idea that came across for us to come out with Omax Pet Health. So we came out with a product which has the same potency and concentration as our omega-3 for humans, but it's bacon flavored for dogs, specifically medium to large breed dogs.
Okay, so the main difference is just the flavor as compared to the human?
It actually is just the bacon flavor that we've added for the dogs, but we wanted to keep it at the same quality and concentration as our Omax-3 omega-3 for humans, because we found that there was really missing in the market a high-quality omega-3 supplement for dogs.
Okay, let's go back a little bit. Why does this, I know you touched on it a little bit, but why would I need to give my dog omega-3 fish oil? I actually take it. I know that there's benefits for humans, but a lot of people might think, does my dog need this, or what are some of the benefits?
I think that's a great question. Well, omega-3s really counteract, one of the biggest benefits is counteracting inflammation. And inflammation is the root cause of many health conditions for both humans and for pets. And most commercial dog foods really don't provide a meaningful amount of omega-3s. And as you know, the quality of the dog foods vary quite dramatically. And so by giving your pet a high quality omega-3, you're really helping to counteract the inflammation that may be happening in their body. And especially dogs, when they get over 2 years old, they have a lot of problems with mobility in their body. There's a lot of problems with itchy skin and coat, and a lot of dogs become depressed as they get older. And so these are all things that an omega-3 supplement can help give to dogs.
Okay. So, I think of fish oil, and, I've been told it's good for your bones, good for your hair, your skin, and the people version. And it sounds like a lot of that is true for our dogs as well.
Mm-hmm. So healthy and comfortable hips and joints, really that's a big one for dogs, right? As they get older and they start having difficulty moving like they used to, and they still want to play and have fun, but they just don't have the energy, or they're feeling daily aches and pains is a really big one. And then skin allergies, dogs have a lot of itching and their coats become dull. That's one of the big benefits of an omega-3. And then you just have the other things that you can't necessarily see within the dog, which is heart health, which an omega-3 is really good for, eye health and vision, and just feeling better, improved mood. And those are all things that we've seen dogs see a big benefit once they start taking an omega-3 supplement, and one of the high quality like Omax Pet Health.
Well, we tried the sample on Mr. Z, and he's an old dude. He just turned 12. And I did see, after, a couple, like maybe 2 weeks, I saw that, he sometimes when he's a 50-pound mutt, but he has long legs. And I had seen some shaking in the joints, when he does his business. And I haven't seen it lately. So I don't know that anything could be a cure-all, but like you said, it prevents a lot of hip and joint and these sort of things. So I'm sure that it's probably doing a lot more for him, in other places as well. And I love the idea that heart health is a benefit.
Mm-hmm. And you said how long has he been using it? I
noticed a change after about like 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a little while, both in humans and in animals. So consistency is really important in taking an omega-3. But generally at the 2 to 4 week mark, you can start to see some improvement. And of course, every person, every dog is different. So they all experience the product a little bit differently. But I'm glad to hear he's feeling better.
Yeah, he's pretty much his, youthful, active self, So pretty good for a 12-year-old dude there. Now, you'd mentioned a high-quality omega-3 supplement for dogs. What is the difference between a high-quality for dogs and then just getting anything?
Sure. Well, I mean, there's a lot of products out on the market in general. And the thing with omega-3s is they come from fish, right? So the first thing is you want to make sure that you're getting something that's highly purified. So it doesn't have any detectable levels of like mercury or toxins or anything like that. So we have a double distillation process. It's very pure. The second thing is the amount of the EPA and the DHA in the omega-3. That's really what's been studied both in humans and in pets to have clinical results in their health benefits. And so we're in each capsule, I know this is getting a little technical, but each capsule has 94% pure omega-3. So there's really no fillers in the product. They're getting the 100% concentrated dose of omega-3, and it really makes a big difference when you're taking it to see the results.
That makes sense.
The third thing is we do blister pack our products. And so if you've taken an omega-3 before that's in a bottle, you'll sometimes find that the heat and oxidation, it becomes very fishy, which the dogs actually don't mind. But you want to make sure that the product's not being oxidized. It stays fresh as long as possible. So your pet is really getting the best for its body. And that's what Omax 3 purposes the competition.
Well, that's great news. So let's say I want to start my dog on the omega-3 fish oil. Are there any dietary things I need to do? I mean, I know with food, with dogs, you have to introduce them time by time. I did not for Mr. Z. I just opened it up and I said, here, we're starting today. And then here's your omega-3. So, but I don't know if there's this better way to introduce it.
I think really the pet parent knows better than anyone their dog. And some pets, some dogs tend to be more sensitive than others in terms of eating, like, say, table scraps and things like that. So if you do have a dog that's a little more sensitive or has, digestion problems, then you want to start out slow. Give them half of a capsule to start, see how he does, make sure that he's not having like loose stools or anything like that, and then gradually introduce more. And if you have a pet that seems to, no stomach issues, start out giving it to him, see how he does. And again, like, just pay attention. If you feel like that's really the only thing, is that it can make them go a little bit more. So just watch their stools and they will get used to it. So even if they tend to be, go a little bit more, then just pay attention, go a little slower, and they will get used to it.
Okay, well, that's a great idea, and I think it's a great product. And with heart health and joint health, and the product is so pure and so good for your dogs. That's great. Now, this is just for dogs, right?
This one is just for dogs, although there are, some people do give omega-3s to their animals, other animals, and the dosage that we have created was specifically made for the dog. So because it is a pure omega-3, you could use it with your other pets. You just want to make sure that you are aware of the amount to give the other pets. My sister actually used it on her hedgehog.
Well, yeah. And if you're not aware, you could always ask your vet, what dosage as far as cut it in half, cut it in third.
Yeah, exactly. We recommend 300 milligrams per 20 pounds for dogs. Okay.
And where can people find the omega-3 fish oil supplements?
So we sell the product at omaxhealth.com, and we also sell it at Amazon. And so you would just look for Omax Pet Health.
Okay. So, Kristen, you said people can find this omega-3 fish oil on Amazon, but you have something special just for our listeners, right?
That's right. So we have $10 off at omaxhealth.com, and they'll just look for the Omax Pet Health Omega-3 and enter Pet Life in the coupon code box at checkout.
Well, that's really nice of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
What a great show. I'd like to thank my guest, Kristen, for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us all about the benefits of omega-3 fish oil for your dogs. Can you believe that? Heart health and bone and joints, and it's good for the eyes and the skin. And what a great offer. You go to omaxhealth.com and you enter Pet Life as the code and get $10 off. What a deal. And it's good for your dog's heart. Can't beat that. We'll also have this information on PetLifeRadio.com. If you go to the show page for Best Bets for Pets for this show, we'll have the same information in case you're listening while you're driving or working out or playing with your pooch or whatever. So there's a great offer there. I'd like to thank Mr. Z, who took the omega-3 and wow, what a difference. It took him 2 weeks. It can take longer, as Kristen said, but big difference in 2 weeks. I'd like to thank the rest of his crew that watched him do a great job, which is Nikki, Charlotte, Molly, and Dennis. They did not get to try it. Only Mr. Z, he was still this time. But they watched him take it, and they wanted some too, but no. And I'd like to thank my producer, Mark Wenner, for making me and my guests sound good. And last but certainly not least, all my listeners, thank you so much for listening all the time and for your suggestions. And any other suggestions, go to Michelle at PetLifeRadio.com. Keep listening. There's so many great shows coming up.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.